Hello everyone, welcome back to our mini kit rotation. We are on episode 2 of the Bucilla Let's Set sail. We are stitching on the sail here. I went ahead and just finished the stitches in one direction on the row here off camera, which was literally just one stitch. And now I'm going to finish this row. I've got it all marked off on my chart off here to the side, off camera, so that people can't illegally steal the chart from the video, because that's something people can and will do. Got to be very, very careful with that kind of thing nowadays. You can replicate a chart from just a picture of the finished project now, and I know there's been some backlash about even taking pictures of your finished projects, and that's kind of sad that there are people who go to such great lengths to steal and resell charts so badly that they will literally copy from someone else's picture. Someone was asking me the other day why I railroad, which is what I'm doing right now, in case you didn't know. Putting my needle between the two strands of thread as I am stitching. And a lot of people are saying it's way too slow for them. I was slow too when I started out. Now it's kind of like I've been doing it for so long, it's just a force of habit that I don't have any problem with it. I personally believe, especially on something like this, where the thread is a little bit thinner, but then the count is also smaller. Not the count, the fabric is smaller, the chart is smaller, the finish is smaller. I get more coverage this way. I'm one of those types of people that if I can see white, I tend to be like, I don't want it to see white. There was one project my mother did that I finished for her that was a picture of a Great Dane puppy, that she wanted it to have absolutely no white at all. She wanted it to have complete and total coverage on her finish, to the point where she used 6 strands of thread. She used all 6, or it was a lot more than what you're supposed to use. Like 3 would have been good, because she was doing it on 14 count fabric, so 3 would have been perfectly fine to do all the coverage. But no, she wanted it so there was absolutely no white whatsoever. And I went to finish the project and was like, she has literally all 6 strands on this needle. So that was fun. I don't recommend that. 6 strands on 14 count is way too small. I could barely get my I could not get my needle through the fabric. So, yeah. But I'm the kind of person, I don't like it showing white at all when I'm stitching. I prefer it to have total coverage as well, and I've found that railroading helps with the coverage quite a bit, on top of also helping keeping your thread from tangling. I mean, it will still tangle, like it literally just tangled on me in the back just then. The tail of the thread got caught in the loop, but for the most part, it helps keep your thread untangled, and it also gives you better coverage, and it makes it so all your stitches are straight. Like you can see here, I don't have anything bunched up on top of each other or anything like that. I'm almost to the bottom here. Can I get it done in a minute? That'd be fabulous. We could finish the video having this bottom part done. This is the very bottom part of the sail on this side. It was funny too, because the thread that they included was literally, I had to cut this thread in half, because I'm the kind of person who likes my thread really long. Like, I don't like to have to keep stopping and rethreading the needle because I've run out of thread. So normally I wouldn't cut it, but in this case this was a very small kit in a small stitching area, and yet they gave me probably, I don't even know, like a foot or 2 feet, possibly a yard worth of the thread in length. I was like, I better cut that, because that's not going to be fun to be trying to mess with while I'm stitching. So we're coming up to the 5-minute mark here, and I'm going to finish this row before we stop, so we're probably going to go over the 5 minutes a little bit. A lot of people too have been like, oh, but your videos aren't exactly 5 minutes long. That's not the point. The point is to only stitch for 5 minutes. There's, you know, if there's like a minute intro and then 30 seconds later of me saying what we're going to do in the next episode, doesn't count towards the total time. So like the video may end up being 6 minutes and 35 seconds long, but the actual stitching time is only meant to be 5 minutes. So in this case, I'm going to go over for the sake of being almost finished with this part of the chart, and that way we can just get it on camera. Like, oh, but your videos aren't actually 5 minutes long, they're over 5 minutes long, la 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 la. No, not the point, people, my friends, not the point. There's no way, I mean, it wouldn't actually be 5 minutes of stitching time, it would be like 2 minutes of stitching time and then 3 minutes of fighting with the thread or explaining something that I'm doing in the video. Okay, so we're actually at the 6 minute mark here. There we are, this is the bottom half of the sail, this whole section right there. So I will see you guys in the next video where we will either be jumping down to the bottom of the ship or continuing back up. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!